It was the first medium that I fell in love with. I got into a committed relationship with it, and I don't know anything else. Before I, started writing songs and playing in RockQuest, I thought I was going to have some, whatever job had to do with history. I didn't even know. I thought I'd get into a profession. And music was the only thing that was powerful enough to sweep me off my feet and say, no, you're going to be poor the rest of your life and you're going to love it.
Well, here comes Marion now, nailing in the real estate sign. Go to marionbates.co.nz if you'd like to rent my house. It's a pretty nice house, it's really close to the food town.
I've always lived, I grew up living pretty frugally. When I got out of home, I guess I did things differently. I was like any 19-year-old. I would spend my money on things anybody spent the money on. Deodorant, Nivea face wash, nice shaving cream, hair product, haircuts, or lots of those kind of, teenage things that you get to look good. And of course, lots and lots of alcohol. At that stage I knew what I wanted to do, but I couldn't, I didn't have enough time to do it. So I quit my part-time job and I started just playing music. And that meant that I had to live off $200 less a week. So the first thing to go was Nivea face wash. And then after that, hair product, and eventually haircuts themselves. Cut my own hair. And I guess that's something I've carried through to my writing and to the way I live now. I live frugally. I buy less stuff so I can have more time so that I can create. I'm basically just swapping stuff for time. Okay, Tuesday evening is about two people who work jobs and they have not a lot of time but a bit of disposable income. And when you have a job, you don't have much time to yourself. You trade basically all of your daylight hours for money. So you essentially do all your living in the evening. And what do you get in exchange for that? You get an extra $200 or so a week. And so you can spend that on either stuff or you can spend it on booze. And when you're young, you don't have dependents. It seems like the way you can get the most bang for your buck is to get drunk. So Tuesday evening is about a couple who are trying to recreate the feeling of being in love by getting drunk every night.
I think we should go out, and the lights in your eyes agree. We need to wash away the stain from our 7-hour days with a drink or three on this Tuesday evening. We're in love and we're still pretty young. Yeah, the supermarket's open all night.
I thought that was shitloads better than the other times we played that.
Cool.
Apart from yours, I think the drums were real shit.
Yeah, apart from the drums.
I used to watch Stars in Their Eyes probably when I was about 12. I think I did really like it. It was a great show. I loved the transcendence of the characters there. And I just remember Matthew, which is why I said, you know, tonight Matthew, not tonight Simon Barnett or anything like that. But the reason I wrote this song is last year I'd go around to my parents' house for dinner on Sundays, and at this time a new season of New Zealand Stars in Their Eyes was on, and they would watch it pretty eagerly, and Mum would say to me, "Oh, Anthony, you should go on Stars in Their Eyes." I say, you know, it's not really my kind of thing. She said, oh, yeah, but who would you be? Who would you be if you were on Stars in Their Eyes? And so that's where that song came from. Tonight, Matthew, I'll be Elvis in my final stage of life, because I feel like an ice cream. But you know, it's not a song that's trying to bag people that do go on Stars in Their Eyes. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's about somebody who gets to transcend. You know, Barry got another chance. Got to go on Stars in Their Eyes. I can see myself as Barry. I mean, I tend to write songs about myself in 20 years. Somewhere where I don't want to be, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm living by a river somewhere, contemplating going on Stars in Their Eyes when I'm 40. Guess we have to just wait and find out.
Final stage of life, because I
can't remember how old I was. I think I was 13. We didn't have much money back then. I didn't have much money, obviously. I was 13. We were in town, my family and I said to my parents, I just had an idea out of nowhere. Asked my parents to buy me a hula hoop, and I said that I'd make them some money to pay them back. So they bought me a reddish pink hula hoop from Decca, it was, on George Street, and I stood outside the Golden Centre Mall and hula hooped for an hour and a half, and I made something like $80. So we went and got ice cream and DVDs that night. So for a couple of years I was known around Dunedin as the hula hoop guy. I changed it a little bit. I eventually had more hula hoops, and then I had just one hula hoop, and I was juggling at the same time and standing on a skateboard. That was how I made my money when I was a kid. I was always looking for the next big thing, the next great idea that would be as good as hula hooping to make money. It never happened. Instead, I decided to become a musician.